Hello, welcome to Stock Shark. Um, this is for next week, 1st November 2021 market forecast. I'll be covering both S&P as well as NASDAQ and some individual stocks as well. So please continue to watch entire video so that you will get a lot of important info and settings that would be required for next week trading. And I put this title Flash Crash. The reason is I see a lot of signals right now mimic the way it happened in 2010, 2015, and beginning of 2018. I'm going to cover some of these details along with some of the signals I see that could potentially impact the market next week or sometime in November. So please continue to watch. Before we dive into the details, please subscribe to my channel if you like my video. Let's dive into the details right now. So I'm going to pull SPY monthly candle. You look at how steep this one is. Since that COVID started, we had a huge crash to 50-day moving average. Then it recovered so fast, so swift, but I never seen this type of a steep rise in SPY since the inception of this ETF. So that's why I pulled this monthly candle all the way from 1993 up until now, and I never seen this type of steep anywhere, right? It's more of like a slanting, not at all that bad. Maybe from 2016 to 2018 it happened some sort of a steepness here, but this steep is really look like almost like a ladder, right? Whenever this happens, this followed by definitely some sort of mini crash. So if it is within 5%, 10%, we will call it correction. Anything more than 10 to 12%, we will call it crash. So caution is definitely warranted, especially last week market rised relentlessly. But if you look at underlying constituents within that market, only the big techs like Microsoft, Nvidia, Tesla, very few handful big tech raised, and that actually put up kind of show that as if entire market is rising. Lot of weakness is persisting. So I wanted to highlight some of the signals I see. Statistics, I see kind of started going down, but ADX is still kind of bullish. Again, ADX, sorry, this is not ADX, this is MACD. MACD is still bullish, but it's been rising relentlessly and started slightly coming into negative divergence, but it's still on the positive side. But this can easily go down if it goes down like 20-30 points here on the monthly candle. This MACD can go down very odd, but RSI is in bullish, ADX is in still bullish zone. But I wanted to show you something here, that happened, in the February first week of 2018. That mini crash happened, right? 5 to 6% crash happened in the market. Then back in August 2015, similar crash happened. Then all the way in 2010, similar crash, 5-6% crash happened. But if you look at some commonalities here, this started happening whenever Fed talking about either tapering their QE program or bad mouthing about raising their rate, etc. Then market dive to a downside, really big. So some of the signals on the way to stochastics or MACD resembles same thing could happen in November, because usually people would say that November is a strong period, seasonality perspective, right? It's holiday time and wouldn't expect any crash or something. but in this market anything could happen. So that's why I would like to caution my viewers, be trade safe next month, November. So it's very important. That's why I would like to show this. Being said that, this has an immediate support at 10-day moving average on the monthly candle, which is around 420. So that means it could go down like in matter of days, about 6 to 7% to touch this. Then again it could bounce back. But overall, I see that, my bias is still on the downside, that, this will, at least for November, it will go down. It may go up to 465, 466 on the resistance upside, but very limited upside, but downside is really big. So you never know how far it will go down, because a lot of signals flashing warning sign. Um, so that's why I like to highlight that. Let's move on to key things to watch next week. Very important events coming up. First of all, on Wednesday, FOMC statement coming up, and J. Paul meeting at 2:30. Probably you would highlight about tapering, whether he is going to start soon, or or he already started, or if, what's his plan, right? So we will be hearing out. So expect a lot of volatility around November 3rd. So far, volume is very low last week. That highlights that lot of newbies and retail traders jumping in on the bullish side, and institutions are waiting on the sideline. That is what it shows, market strength last week, because most of the speculative names are up, like Tesla, etc. I wouldn't touch Tesla either for trading or for investment, because definitely it's not $1 trillion worth company. I mean, we could argue on that, but the thing is, it's a lot of speculation out there for some of those scripts where retail money is pouring in like that, and so it's going to badly end. That's how I feel. Anyway, so Wednesday, this meeting is coming up. So be very cautious. I would expect a lot of volatility, especially when institutions start unwinding any of their positions. You will see a really big dent in the market. Then unemployment report coming on November 5th. I would expect, kind of good numbers. It's a lot of job demand there, whether it's a white collar job or blue collar job. A lot of demand out there. So I would expect this unemployment percent will trickle down on November 5th. Um, so by the way, if J. Paul, saying that they are still planning about tapering, they are not planning to initiate anything soon, then it's really bullish. Market will go up, especially on the speculative scripts like Tesla will go up like anything, even including big techs like Microsoft, Google, etc. So the next one is crude oil future. It's still approaching 85. Actually, it touched 85, 86. Then it retracted a little bit, but I don't think it's done yet. It's going all the way to 100, and it's very inflationary thing. So one should really worry about it. It's not good for a broader market. VIX is edged higher this week. Again, that is one of the signals I would see that it's not going down. Some of those smart money is edging their positions. So that's why VIX is going up. It's gone up last week compared to prior week. Prior week it was closed around 15 or so, but this week it's closed a little higher, 16.26. Also, put call ratio, I didn't show you here, but put call ratio is almost 0.33. It's very low end. Usually that signals that market will go down, when it touches 0.3 to 0.33. It's a put call ratio is already touched that. So be very careful next week. Major techs all are reported. So most of their buybacks will start in a week or two after their earning report. So I would expect sometime from mid-November or so they will start buyback. So that is a bullish event that will support their respective script. Let's dive into our individual thing. Before that, I'm putting one more screen here about inflation gauge. I see this, most of the commodities are, except lumber, all are gone up like anything. It's crazy, whether it is a natural gas or woods or coffee, aluminum, metals, live cattle, or metals like gold, etc. It's all gone up. So I wouldn't surprise lumber also may again start picking up. So watch this space. If it starts going up, then Fed doesn't have any other choice than increasing the rate and reducing or tapering this thing very soon, expediting their tapering program in a way that they could unwind in first quarter of next year. So those are all very very interesting environment. So all right, let's look into the individual script. Inmode, I'm picking up. Actually, I posted in the Twitter last week when it was trading around 85. I posted it. Incidentally, since then it's gone up and closed around 95 by as on last Friday. I'm very bullish on this Inmode. It's a more of like a medical device company. It's automated surgery device, and it's Israel-based company, and mainly they are specialized, that surgery, automated surgery is specialized for liposuction. That means it's mainly meant for weight loss program. I would expect that after COVID end, a lot of people would opt that type of thing. This lockdown put up kind of people with a lot of weight, high cholesterol, etc. So this business will boom. So, and also technically I see that I see rising wedge, so I'm very bullish. The immediate support is around 86, 87. um, but the measured, you'll see the broadening pattern. Based on that measured move, I will see that resistance is around 110. That means I would expect that this will be going all the way to 110. This one is also bullish. ADX is bullish. So I'm overall bullish on this Inmode. It's a very small company, Israel-based company. So watch this script. Let's move on to Facebook weekly. I think it's like a textbook procedure, as I mentioned in my prior video, the last week video. It touched all the way to 310, as I mentioned about it. It has a strong support there. Then it bounced back. I know that they mention about some of this metaverse, renaming the company, rebranding the company, and betting heavily on VR. You know what? Whenever I use VR, my head is spinning like anything. It's so much hype in it. I wouldn't buy this. Hype. I'm technical pointing to really ugly chart here. I'm expecting that this will be going down. I see that its resistance is around 349. That is their 10-day moving average. The support, it has a strong support because last week it held that support 310. So it will again hold that level. If it breaks, it will really go down to 270, then 250, all the way to 200-day moving average. So watch this space. Also a lot of political thing happening in Facebook. So both MACD and ADX, everything is breaking down. So I'm very bearish on this position overall. Let's move on to Amazon. Actually, I was wrong. Last week I thought this would go up after the earnings, but actually it was like a third. Even though their earning was kind of okay, but it's not met what Street was expecting. Initially it was sold up, but I saw very aggressive buying, but it's very difficult to see actually who's buying this last week, especially on Friday. Look like a lot of retail money coming into play because of this Fang name. These guys are buying. I don't think it's a smart money buying the Friday, the trade. I'm expecting that this will be going down. So the resistance is around here. around 3400, 3450 is the resistance, and you have a strong support at 3198 because it held up multiple times in last 6 7 months. So another 100 points down is awaiting here. The technicals are really breaking to the downside. Overall, I'm expecting that this will be going down in the month of November. Usually Amazon does well while in the December season. So I'm expecting that next 1 month it will go in sideways or go down. Then it will again start uptrend, come in December. So that's all, folks, for now. Once again, if you like my video and if you like my commentary, please, press the like button. Also, if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. Also put your feedback if you want me to look at any of your favorite script, so that I can pull and give you both techno fundamental analysis. All right, once again, thanks for watching. Trade safe next week.